Happy Sunday, everybody. It's Robin with Creativity RV. A lot of you have asked me how I created the U-shaped bed that's in the back of my Class C RV. My RV came with two single beds, like a lot of vans and RVs do now, that can be also made into a king. But what I did is I actually figured out a way to turn this into a super comfortable U-shaped bed, and I'm going to walk you through how I did it. So if you want to make a change to your RV bed area, whether it's U-shape or something else, maybe you'll get some ideas for how you can do yours. Hey everybody, I'm going to show you how I built out this U-shaped bed back here. You probably saw part of this when I did my quick tour of my new Tiffin Wayfarer. I am going to do a complete walk-through tour now that it's not so windy that my tripod is going like this, and I'm going to open up all the cabinets and show you some organizational hacks too. So subscribe if you haven't already, and then hit the little bell so you get notifications when the new videos come out. But today I'm going to focus just on how I made this bed because it is freaking comfortable. And in a small space, you really have to make sure that everything works really well. And I spend about half my time back here. This is my bed, and it's where I chill out and I work back here. And the boy chills back here. And it was really important for me that I make it comfortable. You know, I didn't build out my first RV or this RV, though I will someday build out my own. You know, it sounds silly, but it never occurred to me that I could change the configuration of my RV or of the bed. You know, I kept looking at floor plans of RVs, like whatever the floor plan was the one that I had to go with. But, you know, being on the road and meeting other nomads and interviewing tons of nomads and seeing their rigs, I figured out what worked for me, and that is this U-shape configuration. I know other nomads that have done other things besides this, and even if you don't have a 2 twin bed model RV like I do, watch this and try and get some ideas for how you can make your bed more comfortable, even if it's just cutting a foam topper to put on it, or, you know, putting up some solar lights. You know, my friend Tiki from one of the first video I ever did, Find It with Tiki, Organizational Genius, and if you guys need help organizing your RV, I'm going to link that below. Crazy good ideas from Tiki. But she had a corner bed unit that I think was a double bed, and she didn't like how big it was because the wooden plank that came out to support the bed was blocking her walkway to the bathroom, and she wanted it to be more open. So in her case, she actually cut down the wood that was supporting the bed and went down to a smaller mattress. You could do that. My friend Peggy just got a new CrossFit, you know, that has the 2 twin beds in the back of the van. And she used one as a couch and one as a bed. So she just built out a little piece of wood and used some foam to widen the bed. So there are lots of things you can do. But I decided to go with a U-shape, and I'm going to tell you guys how I did it right now. Well, here's a shot from Tiffin of what their actual twin bed model looks like. And you can see that it's got the 2 single beds down the sides and like a table in between, like a nightstand. They did have 2 wooden planks and some cushions that built this out into a king. But if I had done that, I would have given up a whole bunch of storage area and also some drawers underneath and some plugs underneath. But this way, I created basically a single bed, double bed in the back of the U, and there's an underbed area where I can put the cat food now and the water. So it's worked really great for me. I did it in about 3 hours, and I'm going to show you how I did it right now. So it's not very pretty right now because I've taken part of it apart so I can show you guys what I did. But my RV, which is a Tiffin Wayfarer, came with 2 pieces of wood. You can see one of them here. And there's a ledge here where the other piece of wood would go right here if I wanted to build out the entire thing into a king. What I did is I just used one of them, and you can see back there that there was actually a little nightstand between the beds. If this was gone, they kept the beds totally separate. So what I did is I put one of the pieces of wood here that supports the king bed. And then my bed, like a lot of them, came with these two big bolsters or cushions that during the day is meant to sit back here against the side of the bed so it turns into like a couch. Well, what I did is I measured from the wall to where that piece of wood came out, and I cut the bolster because this is the same thickness as the mattress that comes on the single bed. And I knew that if I cut it and just put two pieces right here between the two single beds, that it would be the same height basically as the bed. This is the cushion that builds out the king bed, and you can see here, this is the edge of it. I put the rough edge on that side, but I basically took a regular old blade and just scored it and cut it so that the length was what I needed it to be to build out this bed. I know that foam pieces have a tendency to peel off, so I put the cut end over there and I just put it back into its case and I folded that over and kept it in there. So you'll see I have this one, and then I have the other one, which is right here. And I put them side by side. One thing I did not want, though, is to be sleeping on a bunch of creases, you know, a bunch of lumps. I wanted it to be really comfortable. Of course, this all looks like a hot mess, and I'm going to explain that in a second. What I did after that is I put a 4-inch gel foam topper. I'll put a link for this below because it is just so comfortable. I put that over the cut side cushions and over the entire bed. Like a lot of RV beds, if I were to build out this whole thing, it creates what they call a king size bed. Now, it's a few inches off like most RV beds are. They're a weird size. But I didn't want to get a bunch of like single foam toppers or double foam toppers and like Frankenstein monster them all together. So what I did is I got a massive king size topper, you know, which was a little bit pricey. It was a couple $100. So I really thought it was worth the investment to make this comfortable. So what I did is I put the entire gel topper in this entire space. And when I started, this little hallway right here had that blue topper in it. And all I did was I cut it just like this. I just cut out a rectangle so that the gel topper that you see goes all the way around here seamlessly, all the way around. So when I get on the bed, there are no little crevices or lumps or anything that I have to sleep on. I've put the cushion back in so you guys could see it. So you see I've got my two side cushions that came with the RV. I cut them to size. I used one plank of wood to build it out. And, you know, you guys could do this even if you don't have a plank of wood that comes with it. Even if you just want to broaden out your bed, all you have to do is build a support and put the plank out. You know, you can just get a foam topper to build out the bed itself, and then you can make your bed whatever shape you want. When I'm here by myself, which is most of the time, I sleep back there. I'll sleep either direction. I'm going to show you guys at the end what it looks like because it's so comfortable. You know, depending on the view, I can face that way, I can face that way, and I've got these giant windows, which I really love, and a great cross breeze, so much better than the Murphy bed that I had. But when Doug is with me, you know, our heads still go like here or here, so we're still, you know, together, but then we put our legs down here, like in a pyramid. And I'm telling you, we don't bump into each other. It's super comfortable. We lounge back here, we watch TV, you know, we just talk. It's really a really great space, and I'm happy that I built it out like this. There is one thing that I have not been able to find a solution for back here, and I'm open for suggestions because I know you guys are going to give me some great solutions for this. But the bed, like I said, is super comfortable. I've got like a single and a double back here. It's got a great foam topper, but I could not find a really effective way to put sheets on this. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I took some, you know, basic single sheets and put them down the sides, but because they're elastic and they don't connect here anymore because this is all solid, they were pulling out over here. So then what I tried to do is I took another sheet and I tried to sew it together. And you guys can see, I am not a seamstress. You can see how that worked out. It just pulls. I don't have a sewing machine here, you know, like I know how to use one. I know a lot of you out there do. So please, in the comments, tell me what I can do about this. But basically what I thought would work is that I would just sew some together, keep the sides how they were, and put this white piece back. And then I actually do pull another sheet down like this, and then I tuck another sheet up like that. But it was still falling apart, and literally I did not want to take this stuff apart to wash it. I really tried to just tuck all the sheets that I have on here in, and there's a whole bunch of them. I've got a single, and this Frankenstein's monster I tried to put together back here. And I just try and make it the smoothest surface I can, and then I throw a blanket on it and I wash the blanket. So now you can see I've got this really soft blanket here. It's easy to pull off and wash. So I leave all this stuff, these sheets under here, the way that they are, and I don't take them off that often because, as you can see, it's a pain, but it's the best way I figured out, and it's worth it because of how comfortable it is back here. And you guys can see I just chill back here. I read, I watch TV, I work back here, and there's so much room because I configured it this way. I think it was the best thing I did in here. I got this backrest, which works really great. And like I've said before, anything that I mention in new videos or I mentioned in old videos that are still available will be in my Amazon storefront, so you guys don't have to go back through the videos and search for the links. Several of you have asked me where are the links. You say the link is below. Let me tell you, you know, I didn't know this when I started watching YouTube, but if you go right below the video, where the name of the video is, there's a little gray arrow that points down. If you hit that, the description will drop down, and the links are at the bottom of the description. Or if you scroll through all the suggested videos down to the comments at the bottom, I pin the links at the very top of comments. So look at the very top comment and you'll find the link. So is it perfect? No, it's not a show home in here. I live in here, but it's comfortable and it's livable. And when I go down the road, it stays in place, and then I can come back here and chill out without having to put down a Murphy bed or do anything to clear anything away. Look, if you want to reshape your bed, you can do anything you want. They sell foam toppers in all kinds of different sizes. I used one that's called a gel foam topper, but that doesn't mean you cut it and water runs out. Like I showed you in the video, it's just like a blue foam. It's like a memory foam. And you can cut those into any configuration. So you can actually cut a piece of wood into a circle if you wanted to and put a foam topper on it. I've seen people do all kinds of things. For me, I wanted the U-shape. I hope that you guys get some ideas from this that you can use in your own RVs or your houses to make your life more comfortable. I hope that you guys can use this information. If your friends can, please share this video with them. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. Check out my blog at creativityrv.com. I wish you all happy travels out there and be free.